Hi, afternoon everybody. So we are live. We are slightly behind for a second. We were just all set up, and poor little Merlin suddenly had a little bit of bile to bring up. Bless him. So I've just been sorting that out, making sure he's okay. You're okay, aren't you, baby? Okay, I thought. So we're here, but we're just slightly behind. So thank you so much for bearing with us. Thank you for being here, whether you're here live or here via the replay, which obviously you can watch anytime you like. Let's just pop you up here and we can get us started. There we go. So we are here today, just work out where the sunshine is, to work on a few more tricks. So if you're joining us live and aren't part of or haven't signed up to Pet Tricks Day, then that is what we're here for. But you are very welcome, obviously, to still watch. National Pet Tricks Day is on the 30th of September, and we are posting lots of ideas and short tutorials for some of the activities that we're doing for Pet Tricks Day. So that's what that's all about. So, just clear a bit of space. So on our Pet Tricks Day bingo card, for those who are doing this, we've done a few. There are a few. If you have a look through the channel, you'll see there's a few videos with a few of the ones circled. There are tutorials for this. We've got a few to work on today, but they're quite small ones, so they won't take very long. Just to give you an idea of how to do them, so that if you're starting out with tricks, you get to start with these and get to have a little go. And if you're having a go with maybe a new puppy, or you're working with maybe a senior dog that you haven't done tricks with before, or you're working with a different animal completely, then you've got somewhere you can be starting with, as well as the more advanced tricks for maybe your other dogs. So we're going to have a look at, what are we going to start with? We're going to work with something called a nose touch or target. Okay, so what a nose touch or target looks like, let's bring this down to about here. There you go. Is we want our dogs, our pets, to do a touch on our hand with their nose, okay, or their beak, or bill, or whatever it might be. So, give you an idea of what it looks like, Merlin. Touch, good boy, nice. Touch, yes. So that is a nose touch, okay, that's what we are looking for. Now, the way we can get this is we start off with a small piece of treat. You want to go quite small with these, and pop it into the palm of your hand and close your hand up. Now, this is the general way of doing it for majority of pets, including obviously dogs. While your hand is closed, you present that over to your pet and let them have a sniff. And then as they go to sniff, generally they'll make contact with your hand. They'll peck it, they'll nudge it, whatever it might be. And as soon as that happens, we give them either a click, or we say yes, or we do something that tells them you've done a good job. And then we're going to open the hand and let them take the treat. Now, if they are a pet that likes to grab hold of the treats, or you're using food that's a bit hard for them to get, then by all means open the hand and then pick it up and give to them. That is absolutely fine. Okay, so come on, Rick. So treat in hand, closed up. Ripley, touch, good girl. Nice. Merlin, touch, no, touch, good boy. Not sure what Merlin was going to do. Like, I was going to take my hand off, didn't it? Hey, please come right round then. And Ripley, a good girl. Ready, touch, yes. And then touch, good. Okay, so that's literally all that we're looking for. Once you've done that a few times and your dog is getting the idea, or your pet is getting the idea, then you can try this with nothing in your hand at all. You can start closed and then we can have it open. So Merlin, touch, yes. Treat with the other hand. Quickly touch, yes. Good girl. And then when they've done that a few times, could be in one session, could go over a few sessions, then you can look at having a completely open hand. Merlin, all right, touch, yes, good boy. Ripley, touch, yes. So then they can see there's no treats, but they're still actively doing a target onto your hand. Okay. Now, if you have a pet who is likely to grab your skin, grab your hand, and it's just not overly pleasant, you can put something there. So you can something like a Pringles tin, a lid from that, or plastic lid that you put over an open can, for example, something like that, or a coaster in the palm of your hand works exactly the same way. So initially your hand is closed and you give the treat. and then once it's open, you just have something in the way, and then that's what your pet will target. So I'll use my phone just as an example, so imagine that's smaller. So Merlin, touch, yes, good boy, and Ricky, touch, yes, good girl. So that's what we're working with. So let me show you this with Echo and Thor. So for anyone who doesn't know, Echo and Thor, they are on their way. They are ducks. And it's exactly the same idea. Hopefully you can see them okay. You know. Look at them, Thor. What's the matter? Don't know. Right, let's pop this down here because I can't really see anything. Oh, hello. Right, so Echo has done this millions of times. Come here so no one can see you. Good girl. So touch. Echo. Touch. Yes, good girl. So I'm looking for that little bot. Touch. Touch. Okay. You know touch. Good girl. Good girl. You silly duck. You're right, Rick, you're a good girl, aren't you? It's alright. So Thor is new to this, so he's gonna go over there for a sec. He's gonna try this slightly differently. Thor, no, you're gonna have to go over there to Thor isn't sure that you're playing. Even though it's nothing. Come on, get it. Come on. Right, Thor. Come on. Come on. Right, Thor. Come on. So closed hand. Oh, look. Good boy. You can be nice and patient with them. I'll do it with Echo while we're waiting for Thor. So closed hand. Touch. Okay. It's a blueberry Merlin. You don't want that. Touch. Yes. Good. Thor. Yes, good boy. I don't even know if he's on the camera there. So it might be you need to stay nice and still and let your pet come to you. They might be like Echo and quite happy for you to go to them. So for Thor there, I had my hand quite open so he could smell that there was a treat in there. He could see it until he got close, and I just moved my hand shut. So you can see that's where that's where we got beak contact. And as soon as you get contact, shush, we give them a yes and let them have that treat. So that builds up, shush, it builds up the confidence, doesn't it? And then they learn that actually it's a good thing to do. So that is our first trick off of the bingo card for this session. And so that is a nose touch, beak touch, whatever you want to call it, depending on the animal you are working with. After that, we are looking for a trick that you can guide your you can guide your pet using your hand or a lure. Okay, but go to peekaboo. Stop telling me what you want. So what that means is you can either use your hands, so we can use the touch that we've just been teaching to guide our dog to do something like that, or your pet of course, or you can use that lure or a target stick or something along those lines to help our pet do something that might be a bit further away, or it might be that they're quite small and we need to be able to reach to them, but something along those lines. So I can show you this with Echo. So for example, okay, I can use the blueberry. I'm going to use the touch again, okay, and I'm going to guide Echo. Come here. Okay, can you get it? Get it. To go around in a complete circle. Good girl. And get a nice spin or a twist. Okay, so I can use that. So I don't need to have the treat to lure her, but she gets that at the end. So I'll show you that again. So my hand is empty, the treat is here. Okay. Ready? And touch. Go that way then. Okay, touch. Come on. What's the matter? I'm not doing it. I've got it there. Look. Good girl. And touch. She says, no, I'm not doing it that way. I'm not doing it that. Good girl. You are naughty. Okay, so because she's used to my hands, she's used to following them, whereas Thor would find that much harder because he isn't as used to my hands being there. Merlin, for example, I could ask him to do that to get, he could follow my hand as a lure, good boy, to get him to do something like that. I might ask him to do a twist or a spin, good boy. I could use that to ask him to do something like a pause up and touch, and touch. Good boy. So you can use it for all sorts of different tricks. It's one I've used target sticks for to get my dogs to look away from me. So for example, learning, no, what is there? And touch. Yes, good boy. Now that can be done with a target stick as well, so I haven't got to bend as much. Good boy. Come back round this way. Ready? And touch. Yes, good boy. And again, he's following my hand. So for this particular trick on the bingo card for Pet Tricks Day, oh, Ripley's here. We are looking for a touch. Good girl. Any trick that you can guide your dog using your hand as a lure. So it can be your hand, it can be something in your hand, it can be a target stick, but something to do with your hand that you're using to lure your dogs or other pets. Okay, so that is another trick that we can be having a look at. You keep have them. Let me go and grab my bingo card. I know, it's fun, isn't it? Do a teacher trick even guide. What else did we have? There's something else. Oh yes, so there's another box. Try a trick using an item that makes a noise. So down here we've got this one. So an item that makes a noise could be so many things. It's relative to what you're doing and what animal you've got as well. So an item that makes a noise might be something like good old skateboard, because of course as your pet's pushing it along, there's going to be a noise that comes from it. So this is more Ripley's forte. Maybe you're not keen on skateboarding, you're going to do it, are you? This is how I can do it. Come on then. No, I didn't think so. It's Ripley's one, isn't it? Come on, Ripley. Come back, baby. Good girl. Come on, see. Okay. Hold on. Oh dear, you've gone all silly. What's the matter? I'm not sure. Okay, that's all right. Well, you can hear it makes a noise. So that could be it, because it doesn't matter what the noise is. But if we want to be really specific, we can look at things that have a specific type of noise. So for example, we might ask them to do something like ringing a bell. So that can be with paw, it can be with beak, it depends on, again, on your pet. If they're noise sensitive, then I'd probably make sure that your dog is not using their nose. So for example, look, careful, paw, good boy, can't hear it, I can we? Give a chop. If you can go quick, it's all right, it's all right, you know the ducks are there. Right, hang on, paw, paw. You're not looking at what you're doing, are you? Right, no, go over there. It's nice that you're eager. Come on, look. Come on, stand there. Stand there. Good girl. Ready? Paw. Not me. Right. That way. Good. Right, this is not going to plan at all, is it? So, you can do it with a paw. That can be on the floor, it can be elsewhere. Okay. You can stop following me around. Go find that. Echo, Echo. Come on. Echo. What's this? Touch. Touch. Come here. Get a new bell, don't you? Okay. You touch. Get it. You not touch it. Ready. Okay. Touch. Touch it. I don't know what you're doing. That bit. You're a Wally. You know how to touch. Touch. Yes. And again. Good girl. It's hardly making any noise. You won't be able to hear anything, I suspect. Hang on a minute. Where are the ducks? There's the duck. Oh, there you go. Made a noise then. So it can be on the floor. It can be in your hand. It doesn't really matter. It can be wherever you like. Like learning paw. Paw it. Properly. Paw. Yes. Hopefully that was noisy. Okay. Paw. Yes. Good girl. Okay. And paw. We'd probably be more likely to do this with it in the air. Because we're still learning. Paw. Yes. Good boy. Good girl. Okay. Paw. Yay. Clever. Okay, so we've got a trick that makes a noise. So that's quite specific. If they can do the paw to hand, that's the next step basically. Okay, so you can hold on to something for your pet to do a beak touch or a nose touch or a paw target, and then from there it can be something that makes a noise. So these are dog bells. They're actually got quite a big button on them compared to most bells, so that's something that look out for. The receptionist bells have got quite small buttons on. A lot of dogs struggle with those, but you can take it one step further depending on what you have around the house. If you happen to have an old keyboard or something like this, which is a child's piano, yeah, it does work, then you can do something like that to get. So now you know where the treats are. Or a monkey, yeah, monkey. So you can do something like this. So this is going to be paw target for Merlin. So boy, you wait there. Yes, good boy. Come on, right, paw. Yay, good boy. For it. Good. And paw. Good boy. Yeah, so something along those lines like that. I don't know, you quite like that, don't you? Right, big good. And paw. Okay. Okay, properly. Yay, good boy. There you go, clever lad. Okay, so it can be again using the paw, or we can go to town and go back to using beaks again. Well, okay, okay, you can do this. Yeah. Your piano, sweetheart. You get off it. Right, Merlin. Find them. Find them. Find them over there. How did you miss that? Find. Okay. Okay. There's your piano there. Yeah. Good girl. Okay, so Echo's using her beak this time for that. I'm sure she actually is. There's a good girl. So she can use her foot. She can use her foot, but she prefers to use her beak. You go and get them. Oh, good boy. Oh. There you go. Nice. Good girl, Echo. Yes. Good girl. Come on, boy. Good boy. Good girl. Get it? No. I'll try you that time. Yes. Good. Get it? Good girl. Now I'm just going to get serenaded. Where are you? Oh, StreamYard's always back to front when it's recorded. There you go. So that's another one that makes a noise. Obviously, again, it's quite a specific noise we're getting there. Echo. She didn't tricks. So anything that makes a noise, depends on what that might be in relation to you. It could be get your dog to push a ball that is one of these giggly dot balls that makes a bit of a noise. It could be asking your pet to hold something and then drop it in a box that it makes a bit of a rattle. You know, it depends on what you've got that makes a noise really, but asking your pet to make a noise as their trick. It could be paw target, nose target, it could be pushing something, it could be holding something, it could be dragging something along that makes a noise. I know. She's still going. So that's something you can then think about and be creative on your own. Okay, so there's 3 different types of tricks for you there. They all lead into each other quite nicely, don't they, Merlin? If you need any help, pop us a question in the comments and we'll always get back to you to give you some tips on there. Of course, you can go to National Pet Tricks Day over on Facebook, where we have lots going on the page. You can sign up there for National Pet Tricks Day, which is on the 30th of September, but we've got loads of things going on throughout September for this. We've also got the Pet Trick Olympics, and our next live is going to be looking at some of the exercises for that for you as well. So if you want to stay on the channel and see the next live. Thank you, Merlin. And if you're watching this on the replay, then when this video finishes, you can have a look on the channel at the next videos that are, coming up. He might have been sick earlier, but he's obviously very excited to be doing stuff already. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you if you're here now. Thank you if you're here on the replay. You can watch this obviously as many times as you want, pause, rewind, etc. Online training is so useful because you can stop and start as much as you like. Any questions, let me know, and we look forward to seeing your pet taking part in some of these tricks for National Pet Tricks Day.